Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're highly welcome. My name is Zara. I am a Nigerian-based content creator and a final year medical student studying University of Nigeria, West Africa, and I film videos about medicine, self-care, productivity, and faith. Do check out my other videos. There'll be one or two that you'd enjoy, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can get more videos from me. Just as 2022 was about to end, I asked you guys to ask me any questions that you have, as this is a tradition for me at the end of the year. Unfortunately, I didn't get to filming that video last year, so this is me trying to redeem myself and filming it now. I have my laptop here and my screen is already open, so there are not a lot of questions. I am so happy about that, so I'll just answer them. And I think these questions are really unique. I'm just going to start from the very top. The first question here is from Telma, and she says, would you say starting medical school is worth it for people in their mid to late 20s? Okay, for people in their mid to late 20s, so we're saying 25 till, let's say, 29. That's mid to late 20s. Starting medical school, is it worth it? So wow, it depends on what your motivation is, honestly. Medical school will get you to becoming a doctor. Okay, is becoming a doctor worth it? Well, in recent times, people would beg to differ, but it is, okay? And it all depends on your motive. I mean, if you're in your mid to late 20s and you still want to become a doctor, what is your driving force? I don't know, it may be money. If it's money, my dear, I would advise you to do something else with your life. That's it, because the money is not here. The money is not here. So just go somewhere else. But if you have the passion, I don't know, you want to save lives, you want to help people, particular specialty that you're really looking at, I mean, then go for it. If there is something you want to do, don't let, I want to start a YouTube channel and I think I'm 50 years old, I think I'm too old. What's happening now is that it's the teenagers, the Gen Zs that are really popping, so I'm not going to do that. Do not let age be the defining factor of you doing something or not doing it. If you want to do something, if you have the desire and the passion to do something, go for it. I mean, go for it 100%. Do not wait. Don't use age as an excuse. If you're making that excuse and you're using age, my dear, you don't want to get that thing done, because a lot of people have broken the bias against, you're a certain age, you're not supposed to be doing certain things, but they are doing it and they're excelling well in them. So nobody is going to tell you, it's not your time to do this or it's your time to do this. If you really want to do it, I mean, go for it. But now you have to put your life in order. Okay, if I'm starting medical school when I'm 25, I should be done when I'm 31. All things being equal. If you're in Nigeria, it can be more than that. If you're studying in a federal university in Nigeria, it can be more than that. But just get ready that when you're done, you'll be in your early 30s. Are you okay with that? Fine, you're okay with that. Are there things you want, other things you want to accomplish in your life aside medical school? Will you be able to combine these things with medical school, especially if these things hold water for you? Then that's the only deciding factor, and let age not be a factor that will say, I can do this or I cannot do this. So is it worth it? It is. I mean, if you're doing it for the right reasons, it is. The next question here is from okay, I hope I get this correct, the Vanessa. I almost pronounced, they're together, they're not separate. It's like the Vanessa. You guys will see it pop on the screen because I will pop the questions on the screen as I go. Okay, she says, can you cope as a medical student and a part-time influencer in medical school? Well, yes, you can. People have done it. People are still doing it. Would I call myself an influencer now? Maybe. Well, I think I influence people to, I mean, everybody is an influencer, but like that title influencer, I think you can. People have done it in the past and they're still doing it. So yeah, you can combine whatever it is you want to combine. Now you have to set your priorities right. I am a medical student. I have a business. I do YouTube. Aside YouTube, I create content on other social media platforms, and now I work. I am a freelancer, video editing, whatever kind of job it is, I can do that. So I'm doing all these things and I'm still a medical student, and I think I'm doing well as a medical student. Obviously, if you want to be the best in medical school, it'll be quite difficult to combine all these things, because I mean, you can eat your cake and have it. Like, what do I mean? If you're striving to get like this, it's not like it's impossible, but it's just going to be a little bit harder. I know that you have to put in so much effort. If you want to get a distinction in medical school or your courses, or you want to come out as the best quality student, just know that all this your side hustle or things you're interested in, you'll not be involved with them as often as you want to. Something must suffer, something must go for the other to prosper. So if you want to be the best in medical school, you might not do so well in other things that you do. If you're excelling so well in other things that you do, you will not be the best. It's not like you'll be a dullard or anything like that. Obviously, you will know your stuff, but like, getting distinctions should not be in your mind. But yeah, you can absolutely combine being a medical student and being a part-time influencer. But now you have to tell yourself the truth and know yourself and know that, okay, I want to become an influencer, I want to do YouTube, I want to do social media aside medical school, so I have to put in my best. I mean, I have to start early. I have to do ×2 of what the average medical student that is not doing anything is doing. So you just have to tell yourself the truth. But yeah, you can absolutely combine both of them. The next question here is from Evans Chinedu, and he says, I guess it's a he says, how good is UNN medical school based on your knowledge, and can you work in the USA after getting an MBBS degree from UNN? If you guys don't know, that is my school, University of Nigeria. I said it in the introduction of this video. A lot of people have been asking me these questions every time I post a video. What uni are you in? But it's literally my intro. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zara. I'm a medical student studying in University of Nigeria. You think that there is no university called the University of Nigeria? I'm so confused. But anyway, back to the question. It's good. I can say that it's good. Yes, I will not say the experience is the best. I mean, if you're putting in like every other thing, but like gaining knowledge, you said good, you did not say the best. But yeah, it's good. I mean, you learn quite a lot of things. You apply yourself. If you want to, you apply yourself. This is the truth about medical school. Medical school is like postgraduate degree. The usual like uni duration is, I don't know, 4 years, tops 5 years for like engineering and law. But now you're doing 6 years, like 1 year extra for what? So it's like a postgrad, it's like adult education basically. Most people coming out of uni will be like 23, 24, 25. If you got into uni when you were older, you'd be in your late 20s, or some people early 30s, but that's fine. Okay, so in medical school, you have to want to know. I mean, we're not taught every single thing that we need to know to be successful as doctors. I will not come here and sit down and lie to you that when I attend lectures, I'm taught every single thing that I'm supposed to know going out of school. But now, the ball is in your court to want to know. You're taught the basics. That is it. You're taught the basics. Oh, this is this, this is this, this is this. Sometimes they go deeper. That's true. But at the end of the day, you have to put in the extra work to be a good doctor. And I feel like even moving forward, it's meant to be like that, because nobody is going to spoon feed you after now. As a doctor, you need to be able to make quick decisions. And if you cannot yet make decisions for your own life as it is now, you cannot say, oh, I was taught this, but this is not all that I need to know about this, and you want to learn more. I mean, aside reading to pass exams, at the end of the day, when you become doctors, you're not going to read to pass exams. You're going to apply all the knowledge you've gotten and be a doctor. So you have to make sure that you want to learn. Okay, so is UNN medical school good? Yes, it is. Is it the best? I don't know. Can you work in the USA after an MBBS degree from UNN? Yes, you can work in the USA after an MBBS degree from UNN, even the UK, wherever it is. So you have to write an international exam. Obviously, if you want to work in the US, you have to write USMLE, and you can take USMLE as medical students, just so you know, because there's some of my classmates that took USMLE during 500 level. When we're in 5th year, they took USMLE because it was a relatively free year, and that was like one of the best times to actually apply for USMLE, because you're done with the basics, you're done with part and farm, you're done with biochemistry, physiology and anatomy, because that's what step 1 is usually about. So yeah, you can apply for work in the USA, you can apply for residency in the USA after you finish studying from UNN, even in the UK, which is PLAB, but PLAB is quite different because you have to be done with school and have like 1 year working experience before you write PLAB and go to the UK. I can't remember the name of the Canadian exam. I don't think it's USMLE. No, it's not. There's a name for it, but I can't remember. If I remember, I'll pop it up on the screen. If I can't remember, go and do your research. Okay. So yeah, I think I've answered that question. The next question is from Unique. Is this Blessing? I think it's Blessing. So Unique Blessing. She says, I'm guessing it's a she. She says, is your school under ASU? If yes, how are you still in school during the strike? My school is under ASU. How was I still in school during the strike? I'm a clinical student, and most of the things that I was doing during the strike were rotations, going to the hospital. So that's how I was still in school. I was going to the hospital. It's not like that clinical. I was going to the hospital. Yeah. But yeah, my school is under ASU. A lot of people have been asking me these questions in my comment section especially when I was posting during ASU strike. I was just going to the clinic, to the hospital. That's it. The next question here is from Precious Simon, and she says, how do you set goals and keep them? Ooh, this looks like a very interesting YouTube video to film. I may dedicate a whole video to answer this question, but how do I set goals? Let me just do like a rundown of it, just in case you don't get to see that video. I set goals in different aspects of my life. After this video, another video is going to come up where I'm talking about how I set my vision board for the year 2023, how I did that of 2022, and almost everything on my vision board came to reality. Okay, so you guys should see that video. So if you have not subscribed at this point, you should click the subscribe button so that when that video pops up, you would be notified. Okay, and in that video I also teach you guys how to make your vision board and make it very realistic. Okay, so I set realistic goals first of all. So I set goals in different aspects of my life. I break down my life into different aspects. So personally, spiritually, financially, academics, business wise, content creation wise. And if I have any duty or any responsibility, I set that goal. So in each goals, I now break down what I want for the year. Then every month, I break down what I want for the month on how to reach the yearly goal that I had planned in the beginning. So I first of all start by making a goal for the year. Then moving forward, I make my goals for the week, or for the month rather. My goals for the month. Then for my goals for the month, I make my goals for the week. Then for my goals for the week, I make my goals for the year. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I have a general plan, right? Aside like the general plan I have for my life, I have a general plan every year. And to get the general plan every year, the year is broken down into months. So I have things I'll do in that month that will help me reach my general plan for the year. And I have things I'll do every week that will help me reach my general plan for the month. And I have things I'll do every day to help me reach my general plan for the week, which will eventually turn into my plan for the month and the year. Like, I hope this is not confusing, basically. So you know what you want, okay, and make them realistic. Now I'm not saying be short-sighted. No, have big plans, okay? After having the big plans and having a bigger picture, you have to break them down. So this is how I make goals. And how do I keep to them? I break them down first of all, and I remind myself that if I don't get this done, nobody else is going to get this done. This is my life. There's a particular vision that I have for my life and myself, and if I don't do these things now, tomorrow I might cry had I known. And I never want to cry had I known. That is one of the, I never ever want to regret any of my actions, any of my decisions that I make. Everything I make, every action I take, every decision I make is taking me somewhere. And I'm not saying that I don't make mistakes. I'm not saying that there are not some days where I'm very unproductive, very lazy, and I don't feel like doing anything. No, what I'm trying to say is that I try to put this consciousness that I have to be productive. If I don't get work done, nobody else will get work done. That is the reality of life. Nobody will do what I'm supposed to do for me. Nobody can help my life the way I can help my life. Besides God, no human being can do that. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'll try and make a video so I can elaborate more on this. A whole video dedicated to you, Precious Simon. Yes, so look out for that video. I don't know when it'll be up, hopefully this month, January, but yeah, look out for that video. The next question here is from Emmanuel, and he says, what specialty would you be choosing? Wow, over the years my chosen specialty has changed, but one thing has remained consistent, that I want to do surgery. I don't see myself in internal medicine. Internal medicine is too boring for me. It's too repetitive for me. Ward round, clinic, ward round, clinic, ward round. around clinic. And I mean, I'm very like hands-on. Most of the skills that I know are like something you do with your hands. So why would I want to waste that skill? Okay, so it's surgery. In the beginning of my medical school journey, it was cardiothoracic surgery. Along the line, it became general surgery, and along the line, it became neurosurgery because I absolutely enjoyed my neurosurgery rotations when I was doing my Asuu. Yes, my S2 posting was neurosurgery. So I absolutely enjoyed my neurosurgery posting, and it was neurosurgery. So it was just rotating between cardiothoracic, general, neurosurgery, cardiothoracic, general, neurosurgery. But now that there are a lot of things I'm doing with my life, and I would want to continue. I wouldn't want any part of my life to suffer because I'm doing this, and I don't want to not be able to enjoy the things that I enjoy doing now aside medical school. So now I am leaning very, very, very closely towards ophthalmology because I get to still do my surgery. I don't necessarily have to do ward round because most patients are like day case, stop 2 days. I don't have to be on calls, and I have my holidays. And I have time for my family because I want to have a family in the closest future, and I would want to have time for my family. Okay, my kids, my husband, everything. I want to have it all. Okay, I want to have it all. A good life, a good job, and just basically enjoy what I do genuinely. And yeah, the other things I'll be dabbling into as I get older, for God, for the society, like giving back to the society. I'm not ready to like put it all here on YouTube. It's going to feel like a lot, so I'm just going to let the planning be going on behind the scenes. So when it's time to share, I will share. Next question here is from Jessica, and it says, you talked about how you manifested what you wanted in one of your videos. Would you say it came all at once or you had to wait? How was it? Okay, wow, this is actually a very interesting question. If you guys have not seen that video, you can actually check it out. I would leave a link in the description box. Yeah, so you guys can check that video out, how I manifested what I wanted in 2022. Would I say it came all at once? Definitely not. Even at the beginning of the year, it wasn't looking like my whole life was together. January was from January to like 20th, from 1st of January to like 20th was horrible, very, very horrible. But I kept trusting God. I kept praying. I kept fasting. January is like the month of fast, so 30-day fast. My church does 30 days fast from the 2nd of January to the 31st of January. So I just kept fasting. I just kept praying. I just kept worshiping God. But you could just tell that I was really struggling. I wasn't worrying anymore as I used to, the way I worried a lot in 2021. But it wasn't like my whole life was now coming together. Hey, oh yeah, everybody come together. It's time to put Zara's life together. No, it didn't happen all at once. It took time, literally. But every month, something new happened. I mean, every month, something significant happened. In fact, I can say every week or every day, something significant happened, which was moving me closer to manifesting everything that I ever wanted. It wasn't right there in my face at the very beginning, but at the end of the day, when I look back, I just see how good God was. So yeah, and that's how it didn't come all at once. I had to wait. That's one of the beautiful things about it. It teaches you patience. It teaches you how to wait. And if you don't know how to wait on anything, on God, for the right man, for the right time, for the right place to go, for the right time to move, if you don't know how to wait, you would make a lot of mistakes in a hurry, and trust me, you do not want that. So yeah, I had to wait for something. Something came earlier in the year, some things came later, like I'm talking ending of November, ending of December. Yeah, something came later in the year, but did they come? Yes, they did. Was it worth the wait? Definitely it was. The next question here is from Uzoma Anigbogun. Please, when will you be completing the second MB series? Cause I need it. This department won't kill me. They will not kill you in the name of Jesus. Very soon. I should be completing it between January and February. Yeah, I just have 2 videos to film, I think. But if there is any specific thing you would like to know about second MB, or like how to navigate any specific thing about second MB, please leave it in the comment section so that when I'm closing second MB series, I know I've closed second MB series and I don't get questions concerning second MB series. So if there are any questions or any concerns that you have about the second MBBS exam as a Nigerian medical student, I know this about Nigerian medical school, please leave it in the comments so I can plan how I'm going to film that video, get the necessary information so that I'm giving you quality information. Do you understand? But yeah, between January and February, I should be done with the second MB series. The next question here is from Goldie Ngozi. She says, how do you cope with 4th MBBS classes, especially the clinical aspect the clerkings and examinations. How do you do it? And advice too. I want mad. This department won't kill me. I want mad. What's going on? Medical school, what's going on? Okay, so how did I cope with 4th MBB exam? Hey God, 4th MB was one of the most stressful times in my life. 2nd MB wasn't as stressful. 3rd MB was a breeze for me. I don't know why. I look back and I'm like, wow. Because how did I write the 3rd MB exam and have the energy to vlog? It's still very like, I just think about it and I'm just like, wow. You're a strong woman, Zara. Don't let anybody hear this thing. I'm not a strong woman. It was I was marveled because I tried to do it for 4th MB and nothing at all. So 4th MB was very, very stressful. Oh my Jesus, oh my gracious God. 4th MB was stressful. First of all, 4th MB was long. 4th MB is the longest exam you prepare for in medical school. It's 18 months. It takes you 18 months for writing that exam. Within these 18 months, just when you're entering 5th year, that's the 4th MB class, you do your M2, S2 in my school. Then you now start your junior O&G and pediatrics with ComEd. Then you now have short postings for like 6 to 7 months. Then you now have your senior O&G and pediatrics only. So altogether, it's shot 18 months. It is very long, like ridiculously long. And if you're not careful, if you're not very intentional about really, doing the work or putting the work, you would waste your junior block, your junior postings, you would waste your short postings, and then it would dawn upon you that by the end of this senior posting, I'll be writing my 4th MB exam. And this is O&G and pediatrics, so it's a lot. So I understand I understand this question. How did I cope? Let me think about this really well. Well, I think I started early. I didn't start early with the intensity that, oh my God, I'm writing 4th MB exam. But every day I read. Every day I read something. Maybe on the bus going to the hospital, I had Agbola in soft copy. I'm reading Agbola in the bus because I may not be able to carry books. The bus is tight. I was reading Agbola in the bus. I started early. I burnt the midnight candle. Yes, even if it's 30 minutes, 1 hour, I read. But if you not start early, I can't even blame you because anytime you see small opportunity to rest in medical school, take it. But then, I really, really used my senior postings. I know that I touched on a few things during like my short postings and my junior postings, but my senior postings, I applied myself. For my O&G, I was jumping from firm to firm. They call units. I don't know if they call it units in your school, but in my school it's called firm. So we have firm 1, firm 2, firm 3. So gynae oncology, that kind of thing, Urogynae. So I was jumping from firm to firm. I was going for tutorials in different firms just to make sure that I know what I think I know. I was going for tutorials. I had group discussions. I was practicing questions. Pediatrics, the same thing. I wasn't opportune to jump as much as I jumped in O&G in pediatrics because my unit in pediatrics was really active. But I applied myself. I tried to clear as much as I could because it's clinicals. 4th MB exam is clinicals. Your theory has to be top notch, but it's also clinical. It's like the first clinical exam that you're going to be writing as a medical student, when you have to do clerk, do examination, do diagnosis, all those things. For O&G, you have OSP, you have OSCE, things like that. So, but it's clinical. So I just know that my clinical knowledge has to be gang, in as much as I have to know my theory. Like, you have to know your theory. Even 4th MB exam, I know that you can fail theory separately and write the entire exam again as a receipt, or fail clinical separately and write the exam again as a receipt. So both sides has to be good. You cannot say, oh, I'll focus on my clinicals and leave my theory. I don't know how it's done in your school, but this is how it's done in my school. I'll not focus on the theory and leave the clinicals. I'll focus on the clinicals and leave the theory because it's clinical exam. No, you have to be good on both ends. Even if it's like 50-50, be good. Or don't play sidelines, please. Don't be average. Like, okay, let's say 60-60, be good. So if anything happens, if you now shake small, you just enter 50-50. Do you understand what I mean? But yeah, I was applying myself. Like, once you just realize that you can't do this again. This I just said now was like national anthem when I was writing my exam. Anytime I felt tired, I just remember myself like, oh no, I can't do this again. I can't do this again. It will give me the boost to read that extra 1 hour, because I honestly could not do that again. I cried. Oh God, I screamed, I shouted, I screamed a lot in 410B class. I would be on my own and I would scream. I don't care who is in the room, who is looking at me. I just need to scream and let out some steam. But yeah, I cried a lot. I just knew that I could not do it again. So I found ways that I could make things better. For the clinical aspect, that's the clerking and the examination, I just applied myself. I clerked as much as I could. I was presenting as much as I could till I got good scores. I think my highest in presentation was a 79 or a 78 for like regular presentation or not exam. I don't even know what I got in exam. I never checked. But yeah, that was my highest. So I was, even at that point, I wasn't satisfied. I wanted to be really good. So I just kept presenting and clicking. I click any case, chair case or headache or whatever. I was clicking. And somehow God blessed me, because somehow for pediatrics, the kids they're just nice around me and they just liked me. Like, I just need to smile and just laugh, and I'll just say, hey baby, come here. And I don't know, I was just really friendly with them and just very respectful for both the child and the parents. I mean, that's it. For the examination, when it comes to exams, I'll just say, just pray. Clinicals are very subjective, so just pray about it. I mean, pray till something happens. Pray for the patients you meet, the cases you will meet on your exam day. Pray for the parents of the people you will meet, because if the mother, the relative of the child does not like you, this for pediatrics now, I mean, you get false information, false history. They may not even allow you to do examination. So just pray and just keep applying yourself. Anything you feel like you need to do it. If you need to read till 3, do it, so you don't do it again. Like, it's very annoying when you just tell yourself that, oh, I would have done this once and for all, but I did not, so I'm doing it again, God forbid. So I reject it for you, but you just have to put in the efforts. And as I said, clinical is very subjective. I mean, it depends on the lecturer, the consultants you meet. It depends on your case that you get. It depends on the patient's cooperation. It depends on the relative cooperation. It's just so subjective. That is why you need to pray. I have one more question here and my screen just locked. Hold on, let me try and open it. Okay. Advice. My advice is just keep doing what you're doing. Like, apply yourself. Use all resources available to you. If you hear that, oh, this video is good, go and watch that video. If you hear that, oh, this thing is good, go and just keep doing it. I mean, you can never be wrong for overdoing. I mean, if you overdo, at least you get 80% of whatever you're supposed to do from overdoing than underdoing. But if you underdo, that's where the problem is. So if you have to go for postings and jump to 3 different firms, jump. If you have to jump to 4 different units in pediatric, jump. I mean, instead of just staying in your unit when you know that you're not being productive. So one more question to go. I hope this answers your question. If not, please tell me in the comments that I didn't answer your question so I can dedicate a whole video to you. Last question here says, would you stay in Nigeria or leave? This question is by Emmanuel. Would you stay in Nigeria or leave? I don't know. As of now, it's 50-50. I want to go, but I don't want to go. Like, Nigeria does not support medicine or doctors. It doesn't encourage doctors. I mean, are we talking about the salary? Okay, that one day. Are we talking about security as doctors? I mean, when you're not safe in your workplace, that one day. But it's not like outside is even better because there is racism. But at least the pay is good, I think. Because I don't know, I don't earn money as a doctor abroad, but I think the pay is good. It's relatively okay. Like, Nigeria does not encourage doctors to stay. That's why everyone is leaving. That's why brain drain has increased. The level of brain drain has increased tremendously. You work with someone today, tomorrow they'll tell you, oh, he's in Saudi Arabia, oh, he's in the UK, oh, he's in Canada. I want to stay, but I want to go. Like, I'm caught in between two places. It's 50-50 as I speak. And again, at the end of the day, this decision I will not make alone. But yeah, I'm open to leaving. I'm open to staying. If things get better, definitely I would stay. If God says stay, I will stay. But if God says leave, I will leave. But yeah, guys, I think I've answered all the questions. I hope I've answered all the questions. I think I have. There's just a few questions, but somehow I managed to make this video 30 minutes plus. Amazing. I'm going to cut down a lot during editing. But yeah, you guys, it's the end of the video. I hope I answered all your questions. If I didn't, please tell me in the comments I didn't answer your question. Let me answer them in the comments. So yeah, guys, this is the end of the video. If at this point you have not clicked that subscribe button, I honestly don't know what you're waiting for. I tried to make you laugh in this video. I gave you information in this video. I advised you in this video. You still don't want to subscribe. My brother, my sister, is it fair? Just think about it. Think about it a little. Is it fair? Oh yeah, thank you for subscribing. I know you have subscribed. So because of this small motivation I gave you, now subscribe. It's well. But anyway, yeah, guys, this is the end of this video. I hope this video was helpful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave if you're not subscribed, and click that notification bell so you can get notified when I have new video on my channel. And also give this video a like and leave your comments below. If you have more questions that you feel like I should answer, leave it in the comments. I would answer it, and if it's like a good question, I will pin it up so people can get benefits from your question. All right, so yeah, guys, it's the end of the video. See you guys in my next one. I love you guys as always. Keep being amazing. Bye.